Why orthodoxy is rapidly growing in the United States. People want more out of church. A lot of churches are spiritually dead today in America. They don't have the sacraments and they're marketed to get people to come in. They're marketed off of superficial things like music, coffee hour, football themed day. Everybody come in, wear their jerseys, or 90-day tithing challenges, self-help. That's the modern church. It's to market and cater to what people want. Prosperity gospel. It's all this superficial stuff that does not fill somebody spiritually. The sacraments are not in these churches. So people want more, and that's why a lot of Protestants fall away from the faith. Yeah, they love God. They're on fire for God for a year or 2 years, but then they have a falling away. They can't get deeper with God for whatever reason. Like for me, I was Protestant for 4.5 years, and I just couldn't have a breakthrough with God. I would get up for a while, fall down, get up, fall down, get up, fall down. I would feel God and then I would drift away, and I would feel God and drift away. And it was a very frustrating walk. I felt like I could just never get my head above the water with Protestantism. People would always send me a sermon to listen to or a book to read, and it could never give me that satisfaction that I wanted. And now I'm in the Orthodox Church, and I feel this peace and contentment knowing that I don't have to look anymore for a church, knowing that this is a true church that Jesus Christ founded on the apostles, not these Protestant churches founded 200, 300, 400, 500 years ago. So the thing is, man, a lot of people in these churches are not serious about getting to know God, about developing their relationship with God. It's just another thing to check off the list on their weekly things to do. It's like, church is just another thing to do. I work 5 days a week. I go to the gym. I hang out with friends. I go out to eat with friends. I do all these things. And then church just happens to be on Sunday. So I'm going to check that off. It's funny. A lot of the Protestant churches I would go to, people would come in, sit down, listen to the sermon. And at the final messages, right, the pastor would go back behind stage and the little messenger would come up with a mic and, hey guys, here's the schedule, what we got going on the next couple weeks. And while they're giving this closing remarks, like 50, 60 people are leaving. They're not even letting the guy finish because they got to go about their busy day, or they got to watch football at 1 o'clock and church ended at 11:30 and we got to go get lunch and then watch football because that's more important, right? It's just crazy to me, man. Like, the modern church is now about the pastor. The pastor's got the microphone. He's at the center of the stage. All eyes are on him. And a lot of these people's egos get blown up. These mega church pastors, even small church pastors, man, their egos built up. They got the microphone. Everybody's looking to them for advice and for help and spiritual growth and stuff like that. And people idolize the pastor. Oh, Pastor so-and-so isn't preaching today. I'm not going today. Oh, I'm really disappointed. Damn it. Like literally, bro, people will be mad their pastor isn't preaching and they'll want to leave or they'll not show up. They'll be disappointed. They'll be mad. Is it about the pastor or is it about God? Because I was guilty of this, man. Oh, I really like Pastor so-and-so. Damn, he's not preaching today. So, yeah, man, the modern church is just like this big show. Some of them are big circuses, big theaters, big stages. It's all to invoke emotionalism because it's lacking in the spiritual field. It's lacking in the sacraments. So it can't fill people. It feels like something is missing. And that's making people look into Orthodoxy, look into Catholicism. Like, literally, bro. That's how I was. I was so uncontent for 4.5 years of my life in Protestantism. I had good moments, sure. I had a lot of bad moments, obviously. I felt very empty almost the entire time. Now I feel like I've got some fulfillment and I'm learning more, and I know that like Orthodoxy is my last stop and there's nothing else left for me. So I feel good about that. And then part of it is just the human heart, the human condition, the sinful nature I have, that emptiness. But I do feel the emptiness has been filled in the past 2 months of going to an Orthodox church. That Protestantism could never do. Could never do. Now, I have been to some good Protestant churches, but none of them compare to the Orthodox Church. You know, it's something about the icons, the incense, the Eucharist. I've never been to confession, but it sounds like a good thing, and I will go one of these days. But the Orthodox Church is just very reverent and respectful, and it's long, and people are standing, and like, I never really think like, oh man, when's it gonna be over? When's it gonna be over? Like, I'm actually excited, bro. I'm like, dang, you know, when is Sunday coming up? Like, I need to get blessed by the priest. I need to like partake in that service. Like, I need it to fill me, bro. Like, I need this to happen. I'm genuinely excited about church on Sunday. Yeah, sometimes my flesh is like, oh, I gotta stand again. Oh, I gotta sit down. I gotta stand up. I don't feel like it. But that's the beautiful thing, because I'm, crucifying the flesh. At a Protestant church, though, it's just like you're watching people on stage jumping up and down, singing and dancing, clapping, the bass, the drummer, strobe lights, fog lights. And then the pastor comes on, and you look at the pastor for 30 minutes, and then the band comes back up and plays one more song. And if we happen to fall on the first Sunday of the month, we take communion, otherwise, or have grape juice and bread. Otherwise, we leave, That's it. It's an hour long, and they do 3 services or 4 services a day. I'm like, damn, I don't know how they do it. Like, I cannot give the same message 3 times or 4 times a day. Like, how would I have the same enthusiasm? I don't know, bro. I couldn't do it. But that's why people are changing to Orthodoxy, because Orthodoxy is the true church. It's the church Jesus founded. It's got the sacraments. It's nourishing people spiritually. And that's what people need. Yes, the Protestant churches can do it to an extent. But the bottle's still empty, right? The bottle's not filled up. It still has some room for the liquid to come in. But the Protestants have no more liquid to pour in. Orthodoxy is pour. And your bottle's full. And you're good. You're fed. You're spiritually fed. It really is just, I don't know, man. It really captivated me. I never thought it would have been Orthodoxy. I didn't know what Orthodoxy was until a year and a half ago. I just knew about Catholicism and Protestantism. And Protestants never talk about studying the early church. They always just stop at the Bible. The Bible is their one-stop shop. I love the Bible. But like, why don't we encourage studying the early church? The disciples of the apostles and their disciples and their disciples, and like, let's study like the first 1,000 years of church history, right? Until the Great Schism. And then let's study after that. And let's keep studying. Why are we not studying this? We all we do is read the Bible. Protestants, all they do, read the Bible. Let's study. Because if you study, you won't be Protestant anymore. I'm telling you, man, so many of these damn Protestant churches, it's a big show. It's a big game. It's a big theatric. That's what it's about. Oh, look at me with my microphone. Look at me. I'm going to give the best sermon. I'm going to write the best book. Like, I'm going to give some self-help sermon or whatever, and tailor and put some Bible verses into it. I'm going to give a sermon and read 2 Bible verses. I mean, it's just like, bro, what are we doing? Why has this consumer mindset of America leached into the churches? Matter of fact, it's leached into every aspect of life. It's leached into every flipping thing. It's in the churches now. Oh, it's been in the churches, but it's in basically all the Protestant churches, man. This consumer mindset. We got to decorate it all beautifully. We got to play the hip songs. We got to do all these like nights to get people to come out. We got to give a 45-minute sermon on tithing. We got to ask for donations in the beginning, in the middle, in the end of service. It's just like, bro, what are you all trying to do? What are you trying to fill? What's going on here? And then there's just the confusion, bro, between like every single denomination. How like they can't even agree on many things. You have some Protestants, same-sex marriage is allowed. Some, I'm pro-life. I'm pro-choice. Spiritual gifts have ceased. Spiritual gifts are ongoing. The Eucharist is symbolism. The Eucharist is the body and blood. Infant baptism's allowed. Infant baptism is not allowed. Like, there's just all this. We got the same book, but you can't. It's so frustrating to me that they've got the same book and they cannot agree on so many things. How do you not see a problem with that? Maybe these denominations should, it's really like politics. It's really like politics in the sense of that everybody has their own opinion on things, their own interpretation. And if they don't agree with the church they're going to, they can just start their own branch and teach what they believe, just like politics. The Democrats don't believe the Republicans, so there's a Republican party. The Republicans don't believe the Democrats, so there's a Democratic party. The libertarians don't believe the Democrats and Republicans, so they have their own party. The Green Party. What else is there? The Independents. There's like 5 or 6 political parties, probably more. Same thing with Protestants. Well, I don't believe that. My name is Martin Luther. I'm going to start my own. I'm John Calvin. I'm going to start my own. I'm John Wesley. I'm going to start my own. I'm Joseph Smith. I'm going to start my own. I'm William Seymour. I'm going to start my own. And so on. That's the Protestant branch. I'm a nobody. I'm just going to be non-denominational. Which, what the hell does that even mean? What does non-denominational even mean? I mean, the beliefs in a non-denominational church vary so widely. Like, you can't even categorize it.